Hi guys, and welcome to first person shooter tutorial, and let me show you guys how this works. Here we have some alien just hanging around the neighborhood. We're gonna take that one down. Let's take this one. And we have two, and let's see, there's one more there. Let's run towards him before he gets away. There we go. And that's it. We've just made the neighborhood save. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to take you guys straight into Unity development environment, and we put one of these brilliant tutorial together. So let's do that now, guys. Okay guys, let's start a new first person shooter tutorial. I'm just going to call this one FPS first, and right here, as you can see, the template I'm using is 3D core. So let's click on create. There we go. It's now coming up. Okay guys, now that the development environment is ready, I need some assets. So I'm going to go straight into Windows here, and let's select package manager, and I'm going to change this here. You see where we have package in project, I'm going to drop it down, select my assets, because I have some of those assets before on my system. So in here, I'm going to, first of all, let's search for grass flower. There we go. And right here are the result of the grass flower. The one I need is this very one. It's about 55.15 megabytes. So I'm going to click on import, and then click on import again. There we go. Alright, that is the grass flower there. And the other asset that I'm going to need, that would be the tree 9. It's actually called realistic tree 9. Let's come in here and just see if that's going to show up. There we go. We need the realistic tree 9. There we go. That is it right there. Okay, it's coming up now. It's about 15.45 megabytes. So click on import and import again. And that is the realistic tree 9. There we go. We now have it on the system. The folder is called tree 9. That is it right there. Now let's drop this down. You see, with the grass flower, just click on the grass flower and go straight to the demo folder here, and in here we have grass flower demo. So if I double click on that, what I want it to do is to populate the screen for me. So let's double click on it, and there we go. It's coming up now. That is the grass flower. If I run it now, this is what you guys will see. It's just a terrain with grass on it. You can always create yours, but this makes life easy. Okay, that is it right there. Let's come in here and just increase let's change the play to maximize and run it again. And now it's coming up. There we go. Right there. Okay, that's how it's looking. It looks very beautiful. So let's end that. Now, I'm not going to add the tree straight away because I want to add some cabin. So let's go back into Windows and look for something to do with maybe old house or something like that. I'll go straight to the package manager again, and all I'm looking for in here is old house. Let's say old house, something like that. And right there, guys, that is the old house. So I'm going to import that as well. It's about 48 megabytes, and click on import. Old house is now in my system. Strange enough, the folder is called new. Let's close this for now. Double click on that and house. Okay, that is the old house. So what we want to do now is to at least, first of all, I'm going to move this game object pad, just drop it right there. So I want to look for where to hang the houses. So I want the houses to be somewhere here. So let's go into projects. That's the house, and just dump it somewhere here. So move it down a little bit. There, let's see how it's positioned. Okay, it's not well positioned. Alright. So I'm going to leave it here and just hold on to the control. Press, first of all, let's increase the size to something. Let's make it about 4 by 4 by 4. There we go, that's the old house. And I'm going to just hold on to the control and click and drag. Just control D and just create a duplicate. Okay, I'm going to create more duplicate of those old houses. Control D again. There. Alright, this is how it's looking now. So I'm going to select the 3 houses on the screen. I just want to see if I can put, yeah, there we go. So those are the houses. That's how it's looking now. Very good. Alright, I'm going to do one thing for these houses, because I need to be able to see the doors. I'm going to make that about, let's see, 180. What 180 will give. No, let's undo that and make it maybe 90 and see. No, I don't want 90. Okay, that's 270. So let's make all of them 270, so I can see the doors and so on. That is me now changing the rotation of all those houses. And it looks like we also need to just move it down a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, not too bad. So just press Ctrl D and duplicate those houses again. There we go. Yeah, that's cool. Now we need to do one more thing. I'm going to add the trees. We may have to then clear the trees from the old houses, but before then, supposing I add my first person gun. Okay, before we do any other thing, let me add a gun first. So I'm going to go back to my package manager, and that's the gun I intend to add. It's called a scientific gun light. So let's import that straight in. Click on import and click on import again, and it should be on the system now. That is it right there. So I'm going to just minimize this for now. Just close that. Now double click on the scientific and gun light, double click on the prefab, and inside the gun let's grab hold of one. I'm going to grab hold of this. Just dump it somewhere there, so small we can't even see it. I'm going to change it to about 20 by 20 by 20. Okay, let's see, can we see? That's it right there, kind of like lying down the grass. So that's the gun for the sniper. If I run it now, let's see how it's going to look like. So this, you guys won't be able to see the sniper because this is first person shooter. So let's see how that's going to look like. Unfortunately, we cannot see the gun. So let me reposition everything properly. So let's see if we can. Alright, let's come in here and just, instead of 59, I'm going to make it, let's say, go for about 42. And click on run. Just see how that's going to look like. Then we'll take it from there. Alright, that's how it's looking now. Okay, that's good. Let's stop that for now. Now, this very gun itself, I'm going to make it a child of the main camera. That is it right there as the child of the main camera. I'm going to now add some trees, then we take it from there. Let's come back in here. Oh, first of all, because this is a terrain, I'm going to select that. I already have the trees in there, so I might as well just populate it using the tree properties here. So click on the paint trees, and let's come in here. You see where we have edit tree, and right here tree prefab, drop it down. Need some trees. Let's come back in here. You might be able to see some here. There we go, those are the trees. Okay, so let's grab hold of this one, tree 9 there, and click on add, and that's the tree in there. I'm going to select this mass plate tree. Instead of 10,000, I'm going to make that about 5,000, and let's see how that's going to look like. Click on, there we go. The trees is kind of like everywhere, so we're going to have to get it away from some of the buildings. Let's click on run first and just see how that's going to look like. There we go, look at that. So exit out. Okay guys, what I'm trying to achieve now is to be able to pan around with my mouse and even move around the whole thing. So I'm going to exit out, and right in here inside the project area, right click on it. Let's select create and script, and that very script I'm going to call it mouse look. There. So click on open to open up the mouse look, and right in here, let's get rid of this, and I'm going to start by declaring some serialized field. So let's say serialize field, and that is going to be floats, and that should be, let's say, turn speed. Okay, let's make that about, say, 90 there. And I will also need another serialized feed for the head upper angle. So let's say serialized feed, I'm going to copy this. We want it for the head upper angle, and change this one to head upper angle, and we make that about 85. There we go. And another serialized field for head lower angle, so we can copy this and just paste that right underneath here. That's going to be for lower angle, and that is going to be, let's make that about minus 80 there, and that's it. Now the other thing is, let's create another float variable for the yaw rate. I'm going to make that 0, and another one for the pitch. Okay, and make that about 0 as well. 0F. The F stands for float. Now quintillion, that is going to be for the body stats, orientation, and head start orientation. So let's say quintillion, and that's for the body start orientation. And the next one is going to be for the head start orientation. Paste that in there and just change this to head. Right. And finally, let's say transform, and that's going to be just the head. Okay, now in my start function here, I'm going to say head. That one is going to be equals get component, and the component is going to be in children. That's going to be the camera. Yeah, camera, enter parenthesis dot transform. There. Okay, I'm now going to get another, let's say body start orientation, and that one is going to be equals transform. That's equals transform dot local rotation. And head start orientation as well. That's going to be equals head dot transform dot location. There. And that's, now let's use our cursor. So here we down say the cursor dot lock, that will be state, and that's going to be equals cursor lock mode dot lock. That should be locked here. And we also want the cursor to be invisible, so let's say cursor dot invisible here, so that no one will see the dots visible. That is going to be equals false. There we go. Alright, that is when the system starts. Okay, for the update we need to put together the following. So I'm going to first of all declare a variable, local variable. I'll call that, and then I'm going to say input dot get axis, and that is going to be, because I'm using the mouse, I'm going to say is mouse x. So let's get a smooth movement by saying multiply that by time dot delta time, and we then multiply that by the turn speed. Right, and we also need to take care of another one for the vertical. So I'm going to copy this for the vertical movement, paste that in there. For the vertical movement, that will be y, and the axis is y, and just change this to vertical. Alright, so that is also taken care of. Now the yaw would be the horizontal and the vertical. So let's come down here and just say yaw, that is going to be plus equals horizontal and the pitch That's going to be plus equals vertical. Nice. So let's say pitch itself, that is going to be equals math f dot climb, and that is going to be climbing on the pitch, and that will be for the head lower angle. So copy that and we just paste that it here. I also need for the head upper angle as well. Just change this to upper. There we go. Enter semicolon in there. Now we now need to declare another variable for the body rotation and the head rotation. Let's see, come right down here and just say variable body, let's say rotation, that is going to be equals quaternion angle, quaternion dot angle asset, and that is going to be your comma vector 3 dots up. Yeah. Then for the head, copy all of this and just change that to head rotation. Head rotation, that's going to be quaternion angle axis. Then this will become the pitch, and that is going to be right instead of up. Okay, and finally we then need to say transform dot location dot local rotation, and that is going to be equals body rotation, and we multiply that by the body starts orientation. That's fine. So we need to do the same thing, repeat the same thing for the head rotation. We'll come down here and just say head dots local, local rotation, and that's equals, there we go, right. Okay, so that is for the updates. Let me show you guys the lines of codes again. Take it from the top. Those are the variables that are declared. Okay, now I'm going to bring it down. There we go. Alright, I'm going to go straight to the, save that, let's go straight to the editor now. I'll minimize that and right here. And I will now attach these lines of code to the camera. Make sure the camera is selected, drag the code and just drop it there. And now let me try it and see how that's going to look like. Let's see, it's coming up now. I should be able to pan around with the mouse. You see that, guys? It looks maybe a bit too fast. I may have to change that to fixed update, I don't know. But it looks alright now anyway. Okay, you see this weapon? I'm going to add a raycast to that. So let's exit out there, and I will come right in here, select the gun, that's the gun there, right click on it and let's select UI. Then we'll go up here, you see where we have image, click on image, Right, and that is the image that I'm going to use to create the UI, that I'm going to use to create the raycast. Really, that is it right there. But I'm going to now come in here. You see, that's the width. I'm going to change that to about 20, and the height, let's change it to about 20. Okay, you can see it is rectangle. Now let's change it to something circular. So click on that, and maybe I should settle for this. Yeah, for now let's just settle for that. Okay, if you can see it's in a circular form, so let's run it. So that would be the raycast that kind of like point onto the enemy or the alien. So let's see how that's gonna work. Look at it right underneath here. Can you guys see it? That's it. You see, I think it's a little bit slow. We can always maybe take it up a little bit, select it, and here I want to make it about 20. That seems to be too high though. I don't know. If it's not good enough, I just change it. Let's run it and see. Oh, where is it now? Okay, that's it right there. Okay, so for now I'm going to call it the end of the first part of this tutorial, and I'll see you guys shortly.